Hello, Musical Express Russia. We are Justin and Ed from the band Editors. Hope you're doing alright. Well, we had a few songs that we actually took on tour in 2010. Songs like Too High to Spider and there were a couple, but they were in very different forms. Too High to Spider was a very sort of dark electro thing, very in keeping with the third record, really. Okay. And it was, have you not? I enjoyed it, but it didn't necessarily have a lot of substance behind it. It was like instantly gratifying, but I think with further listens it would have been a bit Yeah. So yeah, I mean they've changed quite a lot. So we took those on tour and played some festivals, and the reaction was good. And then we changed it. But you still do what's right for the set of songs, and the entire selection of songs that Tom had created suited the direction that we went with them far more than having a little bit of electro pop here and that sort of thing. So it definitely changed.
That version was like, you're halfway through that version when I came in.
Yeah.
You kind of had what you knew what you were going to do.
Yeah, we did actually. So so the three of us, without Chris, we always thought there was something a little bit different to that song that we wanted to get out of it, and Justin and Elliot came in with the extra resources that we needed to make it. Nah. I don't think our band will ever be politically driven, or I think we all have slightly different views in the band anyway. I'm assuming
you have to be all in.
Yeah.
You can't be half rice, half chips on something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we all have different opinions anyway to each other. So to try and exact that opinion on other people seems a bit weird to me, because it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. So we're quite happy for Tom to write lyrics from his perspective or in the way that he likes to do it, because that's him. It's what he's all about. We're there to provide him with that support.
Music industry as a whole is a complete mess, and nobody really knows what's happening. So it could change day to day. I mean, there's not really. I don't think there really is a music industry as it was anymore. It's more you got to get out there and kind of make it up as you go along yourself. I mean, luckily for a band like Editors, they always have and always will be really big on playing live, and that's a massive part of what is now the music industry.
Live music.
Yeah, live music. I think it's probably the biggest part between that and publishing. I mean, there's such thing really as record companies anymore that are any use, especially to bands like not in the old way of doing it. Doesn't really exist anymore. And we're from that time. I'm from that time, and you're from that time where you've got a record deal, you've got a publishing deal, and then you went out on tour, and then you came back and you did another record, and that doesn't work anymore. Mine was just my name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
It was just my name. It was my name all in one. And I think I still use that for everything now.
Yeah.
I'm just not creative enough when it comes to having an avatar.
We were talking about bowling names earlier, and my bowling name is my sort of Twitter
handle.
Is
it your Twitter?
I think it is. Yeah. So Eddie Lanes.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Dude, I like that one.
As in bowling lanes. Really rad.
It's got a Z in it.
Well, it's got a Z. Yeah. I'm called Gary.
Yeah.
Gary?
That's pretty much it.
That's it. I'm the only one.
Called Gary.
Well, we kind of call Elliot the youth.
Teenager?
The student. He often gets that.
Teenager, student.
Just because he's 10 years younger than us.
Yeah.
We're jealous.
And don't have a nickname.
I don't have a nickname. No one's. I'm too serious.
No, you do. We just have variations on his surname, so he gets like the Lockster or Lockmeister.
Yeah.
Robin of Locksley.
Yeah.
He's got quite a few.
Actually, I've got quite a few.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Gary though. Straight to the point.
Locksmith.
And Russell and Tom, do they have any?
Russell's the leech, or he sort of self nicknames himself King.
Really?
King.
Yeah.
He calls himself King Leech.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Tom's just Smithy.
Or Tom.
Tom.
We play FIFA on the PlayStation 3 probably more than any kid in any bedroom anywhere in the world.
If the bus is moving,
Even if it's not though.
if we're
in a bus.
If we're in a bus, FIFA is on.
Yeah. And I know there's a bit of light reading in my book.
Yeah, I've been reading my
I
book.
look out the window, I've got a little porthole in the book that I used to sleep in.
I'm actually, at the moment, I'm so into my sci-fi at the minute. I can't get away from the genre, and the last book I read was Dune, and I'm
Spice Mines, Dune.
What?
Dune, Spice Mines.
Yeah, Spice Mines.
Cool.
And that was really good, and I'm reading Neuromancer at the minute, which is super.
I'm reading The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, because I've got a massive old school espionage kick at the moment. Favourite TV shows? West Wing.
Anything with
The West Wing.
that is good. Anything with Steve Coogan, so Alan Partridge, The Trip.
And maybe some popular one like Breaking Bad or Downton
I don't watch. I've never seen an episode of Downton. Wouldn't be into it. Breaking Bad I haven't seen, but I might watch.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was really into the first series, but I
I'm
haven't.
saving that for the autumn tour.
Yeah. Russell came away for this very trip without any underwear.
Yes.
So he's
I lost my suitcase.
he lost his suit.
Then Russell lost his suitcase.
It's all a bit of a
It's
mess.
pretty rubbish.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It turned up.
So good advice.
So good advice is pack. Look at your number of days, and if you're going away for like 14 days, take 14 plus 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah, I do that.
Always have
I do
2
that.
spare.
I always have
And socks.
pants and socks in my carry-on luggage as well, just in case.
Good.
You know, you never know. If the suitcase goes down, like the other day.
Yeah.
The only time I haven't packed pants and socks is when I lost my suitcase.
Piano Man.
Which one?
Piano Man by Billy Joel.
But
And do you like it?
I don't do karaoke. I'm way too serious for that.
I quite like Prince is always good for karaoke.
What about Bowie?
I could do Bowie.
You do Let's Dance?
I've never done
I reckon you
it.
could do a wicked Let's Dance.
Yeah. Alright, that's the next one. Any good karaoke bars in Moscow? What really makes me think, what are you doing? Is when they queue and then they run. As soon as the doors open, they run to get their spot on the barrier, which is really sweet. But I personally probably wouldn't do it because I quite like just being about 5 rows back with a beer, just going.
Even while you were a teenager, you didn't do anything like
Well,
that?
no, I did, but I always sort of managed to get in there because I'm quite small. So
I used to do the back because I've always been tall.
Yeah.
That never really bothered me.
Right. I did the first gig I went to was Therapy at Shepherd's Bush Empire, and we got in there really early, and me and my mate Tim were right on the barrier for like the support bands, who were rubbish. And we were thinking this is all right, we've got a good space for Therapy. As soon as the second support band came off, we were absolutely crushed, solid at the front, and we were like,
Rookie.
didn't know what to do. Like, how we're never going to survive this. So we just asked the security to pull us out and went to the back. So it wasn't very good.
I don't mind, yeah, I mean, you know.
So you're not in front rollers?
No,
No.
too tall. I'll just get everyone to just be like, we're down
Too
to
weak. Too tall and too weak.
we can combine together like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. We'd rule.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I think, sorry.
No,
you go.
there you go.
I spend a lot of time looking down at my guitar and my pedals because I've got a little dance with my feet all the way through thingy, but then I don't think I've done one Edom's gig where I've looked beyond the crowd. I've always looked at the crowd.
How about you?
Yes, I always spot people like it's nice to see smiling faces in the gigs, because that's what you're supposed to be there for. You enjoy it.
There's always that one who's like just checking their phone.
And there's always some people who've been dragged along there by their wife, husband, or girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're like, man, you just have to stand next to me the whole gig. I feel quite sorry for those people. They're doing a service.
Flying up.
Festivals are weird as well, like, because obviously there's people that are at the barrier waiting for the headline band or what, a Fall Out Boy or someone like that to come on. And like, you try and, I always try and look at them and go, and try and just encourage them to say, yes, let loose, cut loose a little bit, yeah, just enjoy it.
It's quite difficult because they're waiting for the headline and after probably facing everyone else.
Yeah, it's really funny. Depeche Mode fans were the worst.
Really?
They look so disinterested.
Yeah, they are, man.
Yeah.
They're kind of adults, so maybe they're
Well,
not.
they are, and you kind of think that we weren't a million miles away from that band as well, so we'd be sort of more in their sphere of what they like. But it doesn't really turn out like that. They just look at us and go,
Disbelief.
What do you think about Director this year? I mean, Depeche Mode before you and your headline.
well, exactly. Yeah, they got it right, but no, it felt a bit weird when we found out that they were playing for us. But you just got to accept it, you know, get along with
They
it.
played before then, twice afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So they got their own.
cap. Yeah.
2012. The thing about this year is that 2012 was so unexpected and just blew us all away, and it formed bands really, you know, made our bonds on stage. But it's how do you sort of get above that, you know? I think we found it just slightly difficult, and maybe we made a couple of wrong choices about set lists and things like that. Who knows? But
Still had a great time.
yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It was a fantastic show, but I mean, it was never going to top the year before. Just the sheer joy of it.
Who is the laziest one in the band?
Elliot.
Elliot.
Who is the most stylish one?
Russ.
Russ spends the most on clothes.
Yeah.
Who is the loud mouse?
Russell.
Oh yeah, Russell.
Who is the quiet one?
You.
Probably me. Am I the quiet one?
Yeah.
Why?
You do your Steve Wright thing.
Yeah, I probably am the quiet one.
Who is always late?
Elliot.
But nobody, because editors don't tolerate lateness.
Yeah.
Nice.
But if there is going to be someone, it'd be Elliot.
Yeah.
Who is the dancer?
Russell.
Really?
Yeah.
And who is the DJ?
Russell.
Yeah.
Russell's definitely a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Backstage
you.
entertainment, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
He's loud.
Yeah.
He's dancing.
Brash.
He's DJing.
King Leach.
King Leach.
That's why, yeah, that's probably why he gets his name.
Yeah.